Have you noticed that when you change your focus on many lenses while recording video, that the image might zoom in or out slightly, even if you aren't adjusting the zoom ring? Well, this effect is often called focus or lens breathing, and today we're going to discuss why it happens, the best way to minimize it, and if it's something you even need to worry about.
My name is Timothy Reese, and I've worked in the television, film, and photography world as a director of photography and a photographer for nearly 20 years. Check out my videos as we cover not only the how, but also the why of various technical and creative techniques used in the creation of real images.
If you have ever looked into a lens while pulling focus, you may have noticed the glass elements in the lens slightly changing position as you focus closer or farther away. This realignment of the elements in the lens can cause focus breathing. But it's also a process that's essential for how a lens achieves focus. Inside every camera lens is a series of glass elements arranged in groups. These elements bend and direct light so it lands sharply on the camera sensor. Focusing a lens requires moving one or more of these internal lens elements to change where light converges onto the sensor. As these internal elements move, the effective focal length of the lens can change slightly. That small change in focal length is what causes and is referred to as lens breathing. This is why lens breathing is most noticeable when you're recording video and rack focusing between two subjects. Lens breathing is not necessarily a defect, but a natural byproduct of optical design. Designing a lens involves balancing sharpness, size, weight, autofocus speed, cost, and optical performance. Manufacturers often prioritize these other factors, placing reducing lens breathing lower on the list. Many still photography lenses are optimized for sharpness and fast autofocus rather than perfectly consistent framing during focus pulls. While older lenses with external focusing might have a reduced breathing effect, they also introduce other downsides like slower focus, more physical movement, and barrel rotation, which could cause a problem with certain lens filters. That's why most modern lenses use internal focusing designs. These are prone to slightly more lens breathing because only certain elements move instead of the entire optical assembly. However, they offer a lot more benefits over external designs such as smoother autofocus, balanced weight, no barrel rotation, and better weatherproofing. Lens breathing becomes more noticeable at longer focal lengths and at close focusing distances. Due to this, it becomes a bigger issue for telephoto lenses and macro lenses. Due to the extremes of the focal length and minimum focus these lenses allow for, more movement of the internal lenses is often necessary. For photographers, lens breathing is usually irrelevant if you're taking still photos. There is no before and after frame for your eye to compare. For video, lens breathing can be a bigger issue. It can be distracting and have unintended consequences. A focus pull during recording can cause lens breathing, which might make the shot feel like an unintended zoom, even when the camera is locked off. If you're right on the edge of seeing off your set, changing the focus as your actor moves within the space might widen your perceived focal length just enough for you to see off the set. This is why cinema lenses are designed differently. True cinema lenses are engineered to minimize this focus breathing effect so that the field of view stays consistent during focus pulls. They achieve this by using more complex optical designs, additional lens elements, and tighter manufacturing tolerances. This is where those trade-offs I mentioned earlier come into play, as cinema lenses tend to be larger, heavier, and much more expensive. Now, some modern mirrorless cameras now offer digital compensation for lens breathing. Certain camera systems can slightly crop and adjust the image in real time to reduce the appearance of breathing when paired with supported lenses. This can be helpful, but it is not a perfect solution and may reduce resolution slightly. If you primarily shoot photography, lens breathing is largely a non-issue. If you shoot video, it only becomes important if you're frequently using rack focuses during a single shot and want perfectly consistent framing. In those cases, choosing lenses known for minimal breathing or using controlled focus techniques so you don't have to adjust the focus much can make a big difference. Understanding lens breathing helps you recognize it when you see it, rather than assuming something is wrong with your equipment or the camera's not doing something right. It's simply the result of physics, optical design, and the compromises required to make modern lenses small, sharp, and affordable. If you like these videos, please subscribe and leave a comment about a future video you might want me to make. Your feedback helps me continue to create helpful and educational content. Thanks for watching.